MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to the Sunshine State and Marlins Park in Miami. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the Chicago Cubs and the Miami Marlins. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. The staffs for these two teams sure to be a focal point as this series moves along.
You know, I always think pitching and defense are the keys to success in the long run. So as the season gets started, it's going to be really important for this pitching staff to set a good tone. If they can get off on a good foot, it will do a lot for the confidence of the entire ball club.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 Miami Marlins.
Quickly now, a look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Well, Matty, we know this is a pitcher's park. The numbers bear it out. Look for the managers to play a part in this one. Hopefully the guys listened in the hitters meeting. They're going to stay up the middle, big part of the yard. But when they get on, look for some wheels in motion, some execution, trying to manufacture some runs. I think that's how this lineup will play it out.
Jose Urena gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, it's hard to have all four of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Miami Marlins. Hey, let's focus on Cameron Maybin in the outfield. One of the more dynamic outfielders in our sport. He's able to cover a ton of ground, gap to gap. I almost feel like he's playing left center to right center. He's not playing center field. He's got it all covered, bailing the other guys out, and not shabby with the offensive tool either.
So striding forward now, Ian Happ, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And the first pitch of the ball game is taken for a called strike one, and a new season of baseball is underway. One ball and 1 strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. Our game time temperature pushing up close to 90 degrees, 89 degrees to be exact at first pitch. The 1-1 home is in there for strike number 2. Now the pitch. Hit out towards second. Scooped up on the backhand. And he'll beat the throw to first despite a fantastic effort. And that ought to be scored an infield single.
Hey, I know everybody was on their toes right there from the pitcher to the defensive side. Leadoff hitters are known for this. Find ways to beat the ball into the ground and beat it out and get on base. Now they have to keep him in check. Let's see if they hold the runner close.
First delivery to him on the way. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike. Head-to-head with Jose Urena. He's 0 for 5. Oh and 1, here it comes. A changeup that just nips the outside of the zone. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one, Mr. James Kingsley.
Hey, Dero, James Kingley's a pretty good umpire. He doesn't get too excited keeps things under emotions. He's a pretty good ball and strike umpire.
Yeah, James Kingsley will never show you up, and he's always approachable.
And that's in there. Base hit.
Hey, 2 runners on after back-to-back singles right there. They are in prime position to put the first run on the board right here.
Anthony Rizzo.
So in now for Chicago, Anthony Rizzo. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. He's set. Here it comes. Very weakly on the ground. One and one the count to the Cubs first baseman. Happ on second. Bryant on at first with nobody out. Drilled right back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. A jumping catch at second for one. On to first, and Rizzo's retired as well. A double play.
Not what you expect from your 3-hole hitter when the first 2 guys get on base. That's pretty deflating. But now we'll see if the cleanup guy can still pick up the runner at third.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Cubs strand 1. Now the Marlins will see what they can do. No score. Time now for a glance at the Marlins lineup card in this one. Vero, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one.
And that one stayed too low, apparently. 1 out, nobody on. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Hayward has a read on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Up next from Miami, Justin Bour. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Now the first pitch here from Lester. Hit hard down the line. That's a hit, their first of the new season.
A little 2-out lightning right there, Dan, in the first inning. Let's see if the cleanup hitter's got anything in store.
Boy, what looked like such an easy and a promising easy inning for the pitcher. Now he has to deal with the Thunder, the cleanup hitter coming up.
Here's Starlin Castro. Castro sees the ball really well when facing left-handed pitching and generally picks up a lot of hits against southpaws. He isn't known for displaying a ton of power, however, in these matchups.
Yeah, in today's game, when you're hearing the word launch angle, I don't think it applies to him against left-handed pitching. He can put a lot of balls in contact. He doesn't get himself into too many count leverage situations and tries to go deep too much. Just a guy who really puts bat to ball.
And he is safe at second, and the wild pitch here could prove costly with 2 away. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. An inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on MLB Network. The next Cub up, Kyle Schwarber, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. Now the 1-0. It is a fastball down below the knees. The 2-0. 3-0 now. Here it comes, the 3-0. And that misses for ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
First pitch of the at-bat. Missed with a slider.
Hey, great take on that slider away right there. But I'm thinking in that situation, that pitcher's got to execute a little bit better. That was almost a non-competitive pitch. Being outside, you could almost have let that one go right out of his hand.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Even though that pitcher was able to execute in off the plate, batter was able to keep his hands inside that baseball and drive it up the middle.
Here's Jason Hayward now. 0-1 the count. Hayward, or often just J-Hay. He was a first-round pick back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Head-to-head with Jose Urena. He's 1 for 4. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Line drive to center field. Brinson is right there, 1 down.
Batting 8. Second
Here's
base.
Javier Baez.
Javier Baez.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Schwarber over at second. Russell is over at first with 1 away. Fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Two and two now to Baez. Count remains 2-2. Here now the 2-2. In the dirt here. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Another full count pitch on its way. Line to the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. Maben able to get this in quickly, and that's going to force the runner to hold on at third base.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets through and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
John Lester comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. That's 2-0 now.
Can't allow yourself to lose focus right here with the pitcher up. Got to stay on the attack. Minimize pitches against these guys and put them away early.
Now the 2-0. Swinging a ground ball to third. And the run will score as the Cubs strike first to lead it 1-0. So you can mark that one down as an E5, and I'd bet he'd like to have that one over. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. He could really open this lead up early if he can deliver here with the bases loaded. First pitch on its way. Lays off 1-0. Second inning here as the Cubs lead this one early 1-0. Look out. 2-0 now.
We can't hear it from here, obviously, but I think someone in the dugout just yelled, "Wear it," because that could have been a run.
Now the 2-0. A little bouncer, but it's foul, strike one. Ball 3 here as that pitch runs way up and in and backs him out of the box here.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy.
And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Kris Bryant. A base hit in his first trip. From the stretch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Hey, as a former infielder, nothing hurts your heart more than making errors behind your pitchers. Let's see if this guy can pick them up right here.
Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. Bases are loaded with only one out. That's taken up and in for ball 2.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone, but...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So 2 runs. Ready now for the Marlins. Lewis Brinson set to lead off the home half of the second. Here's a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Chopped weakly to the left. And there's one down now.
Batting 6. Left fielder.
So coming to the plate, Derek Dietrich. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Drilled on the ground to short. Russell has it. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
Batting 7.
So digging in now, Brian Anderson. Lester has his target. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. The 1-0. Right side hit hard. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. Now at the plate, Brian Holiday. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Anderson, the runner at first with 2 gone. Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Marlins lead.
Leading off for the Cubs.
Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. In there at the knees as he offers a strike to the leadoff man. 0-1.
This guy loves to drop the head on those pitches down and in. I'm shocked he went in there, but he's able to jump ahead and get away with it.
And that misses 1-1. The 1-1 home is taken for ball 2.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Two and 2 the count. Here now the 2-2. High pop up. And this is taken in for out number 1.
Now batting.
Riding in once again, Wilson Contreras. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Brinson ranging back. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot that time for Wilson Contreras. First home run of the campaign for him. And the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
Now batting. Left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Into the box, Kyle Schwarber. As he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now.
That pitch up in the zone called the strike, and that's a tough pitch for a batter to hit, though. That fastball that's high in the zone.
The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
Well, I kind of wonder if he's not being as aggressive as he was before that home run. Hey, this is a guy that can burn you again, so I don't really blame him.
Fouled off.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Kyle Schwarber is out number 2 here in the 3rd inning.
Addison Russell.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. So with that, the top of the 3rd inning will continue at least one more batter.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
In now, Jason Hayward. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Now the 1-0. Swinging a hard hit ball down the line in right. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Leading off the inning, Jose Arena, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Number 1.
Here's Cameron Maybin now. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Count now, a ball and a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Ball.
3-1. The 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Schwarber has a play, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting. The shortstop. Miguel
Digging in to
Rojas.
try it again, Miguel Rojas. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a swing and a ground ball. This is foul for the first strike. Lester's ready. 0-1 on its way. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
That's a classic piece of pitching right there. You have to back hitters away from the plate to make them a little bit uncomfortable. Now you can go inside or outside. I like that purpose pitch.
Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealer in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was. That's what makes pitching so difficult. You get the first two guys out of the inning, then you give up that 2-out base hit. Now you have the middle part of the order coming up, and this is where you have to really refocus on that mound, stay out of a potential big inning.
1-1 pitch and a nice call for the change. It's 1-2. Rojas leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. One left for Miami. So striding in, Javier Baez, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
No balls and 1 strike. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this will be a foul ball.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 pitch. And a neck high fastball that time. Two and 2 now to Baez. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
That's an excellent at bat right there. Fell behind early 1-2. Didn't panic or start chasing pitches out of the zone. He's able to lay off 3 pitches in a row, and he's standing on first with no outs. That's a great job.
So here now is the pitcher. John Lester comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here comes the first pitch. Looking to bunt here, but he can't connect, and that's the first strike.
He doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach right here. That sac bunt is definitely staying on.
The 0-1. Now a bunt attempt here. 1 away.
Now batting.
Now back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Stepping forward, Ian Happ. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Line drive to left. Dietrich is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
That's one of those tough luck outs that'll drive you crazy as a hitter. He drove that fastball but couldn't get it down, so he has to take hard contact as a consolation.
Here's Chris Bryant now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Bryant begins play with a slugging percentage north of .525. Certainly a line he can take pride in. Popped him up. Bohr has room in foul territory, and that'll put an end to the inning as he brings 1 left for the Cubs. But they lead it 3-0.
Leading
Now
off
the
the fourth
first
inning,
pitch here from Lester.
second baseman.
Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Boy, he juked him out of his shoes with that changeup. Stood almost no chance of doing anything with it, but it probably looked good coming in.
And he struck him out.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. 2 balls, no strikes to the Miami center fielder. The 2-0 on the way. Outside, 3-0 now.
He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul, but we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
3-1 the count now. The 3-1. Finds the zone to fill the count. 3-2.
Fell behind early in this one, 3-0, and has battled back with 2 quality strikes. Interested to see if he catches a big part of the plate right here or tries to get a nibble.
He loses him on ball 4.
The left fielder, number 32.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Derek Dietrich. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And that's in there for strike 1. I'm set with the 0-1. A double play ball to second. 4. Baez has it to second for 1. On to Rizzo, but a little slow in developing as they'll just get the 1 out.
Now batting, third baseman.
Striding into the box, Brian Anderson. A base hit in his first trip. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. And that one cut a little too much. A ball and a strike. And he takes a called strike 2. Now Lester deals the 1-2. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
Pretty standard curve in the dirt, looking for a strikeout there, but that was a good job of recognizing it and holding back at the plate.
Now another 2-2. And it's fouled away. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And misses badly on a pitch down in the dirt.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
And that's through for a hit. And the throw coming quickly from center, so despite the hit and run, they won't get the extra base here. Ready for another chance? Ryan Holiday. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. No balls and a strike to count. Dietrich at second. Anderson at first. 2 out in the inning. Up around the face. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of a sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
And the runner from second is in to score.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. 2-strike RBI base hit. The ball wasn't hit very hard, Dero, but from a hitter's perspective, you'll take it any way you can get it.
Yeah, in today's day and age where everyone's looking to go deep and can go deep, not many guys have a legitimate 2-strike approach. This is one of those players, and that's exactly what he did. Shortened his stroke a little bit, didn't try and do too much, and came through for the team.
Jose Arena is in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 1-0. 2-0.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Marlins forced to settle for 1. On to the top of inning number 5. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
Anthony Rizzo.
First pitch on its way. Now Rizzo belts one, carrying well into right field. Ranging back is Maben. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
The catcher, number 4.
Digging in and looking for more, Wilson Contreras. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
This is line to left. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Stepping in now, Kyle Schwarber, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. The 1-0. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. 3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And that's a home run into the top tank. A solo home run for Kyle Schwarber. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Cubs have taken a 4-1 lead.
No doubt an impressive home run, so we'll employ ShowTrack for a more in-depth look. 112 miles an hour was the exit velocity off the bat, so it's no wonder why it ended up having the impressive distance that it did.
Up next for the Cubs.
Here's Addison Russell.
Shortstop, Addison.
As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. The windup and the 0-1. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Windup and the 0-2 pitch. And this one's inside and high. 1-2 now.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
Maben is there. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Cubs tack on another courtesy of this solo home run. Middle of the afternoon here in Miami. It's now 4-1 Chicago. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Cameron Maben.
Right fielder, Cameron Maben.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. A 1-1 is a called strike on the edge of the strike zone.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and they get right back outside. Nice pitch.
Here now the 2-2. Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Again, he sends it out of play. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Up around the face.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
So it was a swinging strike 3. Cameron Maben is retired for the first out in the bottom half of the 5th.
Leading off the inning, your job is to get on base and set the table for the inning. That was a pretty good at bat, and that he pushed the count to 3-2 and made the pitcher work, but I think he'd like to have that 3-2 pitch back. Pretty sure that was ball 4 he went after.
Now the pitch. Ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. 2 balls and a strike to Bour. 2-1. Here's Lester's offering. And that pitch catches the inside corner. And a curveball that time that broke too low. And that last pitch was number 74 for Lester in this one. Count remains full. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Nothing across. Severino Gonzalez is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season. Here's Jason Hayward now. No hits to this point. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one. The 1-1 hit on the ground down the first baseline, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, second baseman, Javier Baez.
Ready for another chance, Javier Baez. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one just missed outside. Marlins have some action in the bullpen now as a right-hander is up and throwing. The 1-0 home. Misses for the second ball. Now the pitch. And a sinker is over that time. It's back to 2-1.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for
it. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. Sixth inning, 4-1 is our score. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. Holiday is after it, and the throw is made to record the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again, John Lester. He laid down a sacrifice bunt in his last trip. Ground ball sent back up the middle, gloved by Castro. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Cubs are down in order as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Here's Starlin Castro. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And the changeup is way low that time.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
And Close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number one. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Yeah, guys, the key to hitting in the big leagues is to hit off the heater, and this guy is obviously sitting something else.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Oh-2 now from Lester. Heavy sinker just stayed inside. 1 run, 5 hits, and 2 errors thus far on the Miami line score. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Hey, I don't mind those pitches down below the zone trying to go for the strikeout right there. But you find yourself in a 2-2 count right here. Interested to see what he goes to.
And there's out number 2. Ready for another shot now. Derek Dietrich. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Ground ball foul down the left side. 1 run, 5 hits, and 2 errors thus far on the Miami line score. And he just misses with a curveball. This now is hit to second. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. Now back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Stepping forward, Ian Happ. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Missed with a breaking ball.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. And a fastball just a bit up. Once again, a 3-2. Pulled toward right center field. Brinson has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. The next Cub up, Chris Bryant. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Bouncer to the left side. And there are 2 away now.
Up next for the Cubs, first baseman,
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
3 up, 3 down for the Cubs, but they lead it 4-1. Carl Edwards Jr. gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Digging in once again, Brian Anderson. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the 7th.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Happ comes on now, and he has it 1 down.
The catcher, number 28.
Standing in, Ryan Holiday. Here's the first pitch to him. 0-1 the count. Edwards, a native of South Carolina. He was taken in the very late rounds back in 2011.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. 1 out, nobody on. Count even at 2-2 to the Marlins catcher.
Hey, this offense needs to get it going right here. Somebody has to take it upon themselves to have a quality AB and get this team to start thinking pass the baton mentality. They cannot continue to go up there and look like they have no game.
Garrett Cooper will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Hit in the air down the right field line. Hayward is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Miami down in order.
Now pitching for the Marlins.
New pitcher set to take over here, and we'll see the right-hander Junichi Tazawa. Leading off the inning, Wilson Contreras, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Popped him up. Bohr over to his left. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Kyle Schwarber. There was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Tazawa, originally from Japan, of course. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Some guys only get to free agency 1 time in their career. This guy has a chance to get there for a 2nd time and in the prime of his career. Is he able to handle the pressure as he plays out this final season?
The 1-1 home. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, he's digging for second. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
Here's Addison Russell. Hit back up the middle. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. He'll come home with it. And he's out. Beautiful throw home to cut down the run. Riding in once again, Jason Hayward. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. First offering on its way. And that one stayed up a little high.
You can tell he's starting to get frustrated out there. He's not usually used to getting knocked around the yard a little bit. And you can tell he's starting to feel for it.
The 1-0. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Moving under it, Dietrich. And that ends the inning. Back to the top of the Miami lineup now, and stepping in, Cameron Maybin. He went down on strikes last time up. There's Joe Madden up out of the dugout now on his way to home plate, so it looks as though he's going to call for the double switch here. Pedro Strop will come on to pitch here, and he'll move into the number 5 spot in the lineup now on the double switch. Albert Almora is into the ballgame as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1.
Didn't catch the corner there, but you can see he was trying to jam him with that running action on that two-seam fastball.
Count is 1-2 now. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Chopper to short. On to first, but it's too late as the first base umpire says they just missed getting him at the bag. Ready once again, Miguel Rojas. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. No balls and 1 strike. In there, and he's in control 0-2 now.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
Now this is slowly hit to short, probably too slowly to get to. On to first, and they get the double play, but boy, was he ever upended at second base.
Justin Bour.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Justin Bour. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
2-0 now. And he chases after ball 3, and instead it's 2-1.
Hey, if this guy's able to execute that two-seamer down and away consistently, he's going to get a lot of swing and misses. He's going to get a lot of weak contact.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Nothing doing for the Marlins. Here's Javier Baez. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Javier Baez.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. 0-1. Here it comes. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
0-2 count, and the pitch. And a swing and a miss on the fastball, and there's the first out here in the 9th. So in now for Chicago, Albert Almora, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Good breaking ball that time, in for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Grounded back up the middle. And that's the second out. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ian Happ. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. And he takes ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2. Happ with a 2-1 count now. Now the 2-1 pitch. Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball. Hot shot to third. Anderson comes up with it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Here's Starlin Castro. His career line against Pedro Strop. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Ben Zobrist is into the ballgame now as he'll take over out in left field. Brandon Morrow is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Drilled down the line. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. And the Marlins have something cooking. It's a leadoff double.
Not really much the pitcher can do about that one. He put the ball down in the zone where he wanted it, but it was just a solid piece of hitting. Goes down and gets it and pulls it into the corner for extra bases.
Yeah, as you know, Dan, sometimes the hitter just wins. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. He's in at second safely as a run also comes in to score, making it a two-run ball game. Up next from Miami, Derek Dietrich. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Well, partner, this one might not be over yet as the lead has shrunk to just 2 now as they continue to chip away at this deficit.
No doubt. Some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. There to take it is Zobrist, and that's out number 1. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
Now batting.
So digging in now, Brian Anderson. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. A ball and no strikes. The 1-0 home. On the ground, back up the box, and it'll get through into center field. A base hit. And the run is in to score from second as they cut it to 1 at 4-3 now. Now batting, Brian Holiday. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Laid off as it caught the inside corner. A wave and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
As a look, now the pitch. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure. Fouled away.
Hey, if he's going to offer at a fastball above the zone, why don't you just continue to climb the ladder? Don't be shocked if he goes even higher with this next pitch.
Tomas Talis will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 18, Tomas Talis.
Anderson is off at first with 2 away. And that's taken for strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon. Miami down to their last strike. And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
Yeah, if that relief performance were a car, it would have had some wobbly wheels on it. He gave up a couple of runs, but he still gets the save, getting that shaky car across the finish line after all.
A 1-run finish, 4-3, the final tally today. The Cubbies took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. John Lester earns his first win of the season. Brandon Morrow hammers down the save, his first of the year. So that'll just about do it. For my partners Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. So long, everybody.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 4 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Marlins, 3 runs on 9 hits. 2 errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 57 minutes. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. And please drive home safely.
Opening day is behind us, so let's look back at how the first games of the year played out on the diamond. Looking first at the NL Central, the Chicago Cubs took down the Fish in Miami 4-3. The Detroit Tigers pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they sank the visiting Buccos 2-0. The Mets combined to give up just 5 hits as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 1-0. The Nationals combined for a 4-hitter as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 3-1. The Brew Crew combined to allow only 4 hits as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 4-0. The Phillies totaled 11 hits as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 4-3. The Colorado Rockies put together